We've got a crash on 27th Street at Montezuma Avenue, and there's a disabled vehicle on Golf Links at Cathy. The right lane is closed on westbound Pima east of Rosemont for construction. Also, the right lane is closed on northbound First north of River. Jim Edwards, Tucson Traffic.
I'm meteorologist April Madison. The strong winds are set to return today. We'll also see slightly cooler temps. We're going to be right around 81 by noon and then topping out somewhere around the mid to upper 80s. The wind will pick up anytime after 10 a.m. We do have the red flag warning from 10 to 8 p.m. Watch for blowing dust and winds up to 30 miles per hour, gusting into the 40s. Check first warning weather anytime at kgun9.com.
You are listening to 104.1 KQTH, Tucson's News and Talk. I am the beautiful man. Sitting right across from me is my sexy sidekick, Ross, taking your telephone calls to 751-1041, Mr. Charles, in charge. Yes, my friends, this is a celebration.
The celebration!
Celebration of the big topic, Conservative Circus, the greatest show on earth. Welcome to hour 2 of the James T. Harris Show. You know, this situation with North Korea, I was watching or listening to some specialists last night. It's a very, very serious situation, and they say that it can get volatile at any moment. It's not one of those things where it sort of builds up. It just sort of happens. The headlines right now are saying that North Korea fired a ballistic missile. It failed almost immediately after it was launched. But there's also a headline thinking that war is imminent. War is imminent. And this is coming out of North Korea. Part of me, I shouldn't think this way. But part of me is saying, you know, if we've got the United States and we've got China, and they're both, you know, not happy with North Korea right now, how long is this war going to last? If we really have the technology where we can jam them up before they can even get something out of the silo, is that arrogant? I don't want war. But, you know, it seems to me like the little fat, you know, the fat dictator over there, crazy guy, he keeps pushing this. He keeps pushing this.
This crazy fat kid that's running North Korea.
Now, I chastised John McCain when he was, when he said that. But it turns out that he's right. Oh, crazy fat kid running North Korea. So the things that are happening here, we're going to keep our eye on them. But there is a buildup on President Trump's 99th day. You know, you've got North Korea blowing off missiles. Now, when Syria, when they were using poison gas, they dropped the MOAB, mother of all bombs. So, and we have I'm just looking at a map right here. Yeah, look at that. Is this the Spanish Armada, the American Armada that Trump was talking about? We got the Los Angeles class attack sub over there. We got the USS Carl Vinson. We've got Lake Champlain there. We got the USS Michael Murphy. We got another sub down over there. According to this map, I hope I'm not doing like a Geraldo Rivera, giving away positions and stuff like that. He was drawing his positions in the sand when the reporters were embedded. But that is what's going on. That's the latest out of North Korea. They're saying that war is imminent. All right, let me switch back over. I'm holding in my hands a story here, and I don't know if I should read this because it confirms what we've been alluding to on this show for years. People in the mainstream media won't touch this. But for those of us who are on the right side of the aisle in conservative land, for those of us who are into conspiracy theories, for those of us who are from in or around Chicago, we have heard the rumors. If you happen to be a member of the a church that President Obama and Michelle used to go to, you are well aware of the rumors. But there's a new biography out there that's saying that Obama considered homosexuality. Now, of course, the article says gayness, but that's the way to soften it. You know, when we first started out with, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, we called it Gay Tuesdays. I wanted to call it Homosexual Tuesdays, but that wouldn't have gone, that didn't go over. That was vetoed by our PD at the time and Ross. This article says, new biography says Obama considered gayness, but in reality, let's just get harsh. New biography says Obama considered homosexuality, according to this biography. He considered homosexuality in his college years before ultimately, check it out, deciding on a more, quote, challenging heterosexual life. Challenging? What does that mean? Hey, Charles, do you find being a heterosexual challenging? Not at all? How about you, Ross? Do you struggle with being a heterosexual?
No.
Open the phone lines. Is there anyone out there that struggles with being a heterosexual? 520-751-1041. I'm looking for people who are struggling with being a heterosexual. The biography, Rising Star, The Making of Barack Obama, was penned by American historian, author, and New York Times and Washington Post contributor David Garrow and is set for release on May the 9th. Garrow is a Pulitzer Prize-winning biographer best known for his work on Martin Luther King Jr. Rising Star delves into the relationship Obama had with an openly homosexual assistant professor at Occidental College, Lawrence Goldwyn, when Obama was a student. That reminds me of the gay couple that I met when I was in India, in the park bench. They were out there, and I was a Sunday afternoon. I was walking through, and I heard it. I'm like, what is that? And then I turned around, and they were making that noise towards me. And I went over, we started talking to them, and introduced ourselves. I'm like, what do you do? I told him what I did. I was a teacher, and this. And he says, oh, I'm a professor too. I said, oh, what do you teach? I'm a professor of sexology. I said, oh. And the other guy said, and I'm a student. Then he started pumping me about information about, homosexuality and all that kind of stuff in America, how they treat, it was a long conversation. See, President, or Barry Obama was a student of Mr. Goldwyn here, Lawrence Goldwyn. And the biographer says that Goldwyn made a huge impact on Barry Obama, according to the Daily Caller. Almost a quarter of a century later, asked about his understanding of gay issues, Obama enthusiastically said, my favorite professor my first year in college was one of the first openly gay people that I knew. He was a terrific guy with whom Obama developed a, quote, friendship beyond the classroom. Golden years later would remember that Obama was not fearful of being associated with me in terms of talking socially and learning from me after as well as in class. Does anyone out there struggle with their heterosexuality? Oh, let's go to Ron. Ron, welcome to 104.1 KQTH.
Hey, this is Ron. I don't struggle at all with my heterosexuality. Matter of fact, Obama, I don't know where he comes up with all this stuff, but first thing that comes to mind to me is the abomination of the Obamination.
There's something to that, but back to you, Ron. You're saying you don't struggle with your heterosexuality?
Oh, heck no, absolutely not.
Have you ever struggled with your heterosexuality?
The only thing I struggle about is why do you let these...
Careful.
No, I don't struggle at all with my...
All right.
My, I have no problem whatsoever. The only thing I have a problem with right now is what's going on over there in North Korea.
Man, that's a problem. That is a problem. We're going to revisit that. Thank you very much for the call. Let's go to Chuck. Chuck, welcome to 104.1 KQTH. Do you struggle with your heterosexuality?
No, sir. I'm so straight, I don't even like calling on Tuesday.
Really? You?
But, when what you stand for is as weak as what Barry stands for, you got to be willing to do whatever you got to do to get a vote. So maybe that's what he struggled with.
When he was with at the Brokeback Mountain Church, and they asked him that question, he said that he believed that marriage was between a man and a woman, and God is somewhere in the mix. But then after that,
he was playing up to the Christian black people that's what they believed in.
Oh, actually, there was a bunch of Christian white folks in that room, but yes, I mean, at the time, to your point, Chuck, at the time, the black church was squarely against homosexuality, but after Obama, they have very much softened in that position. Interesting.
Which position are you talking about?
I'm talking. Chuck, get out of here. Oh, thank you. Ooh, that just happened. Let's go to Joseph. Joseph, welcome to 104.1 KQTH.
Hi there, James.
Hi, Joseph. Have you ever struggled with your heterosexuality?
No, James, actually, I'm an all-American, baby-making, certified guy. However, faced with the choice of sleeping with Michelle or playing for the other team...
Be nice, Joseph. Joseph.
Ross can roll the bump music.
Joseph.
I'm sorry. I'm serious.
People say that Michelle is an unattractive lady. I think Michelle is very attractive until she opens her mouth. When she starts talking and the things she says makes her very unattractive to me. But because if she was just silent, she'd be all right. Especially when she was, moving a lot more. She stopped moving and, right. But that's just me.
Junk in the trunk.
Well, some folks like that, Some folks pay to get that, slapped on the back of their behind. We talked about that yesterday.
Apart from that, you're right. I mean, I forget the physicality. I just think she is just has such an unattractive personality.
Well, that's what exactly her personality makes her very unappealing to me. But but Joseph, have you ever struggled with your heterosexuality? Have you ever just I don't know. No.
No, I really haven't. But here's another factor, please. That Barack, acclaimed by all to be this very nice-looking man. He's got the smooth voice, and he's very debonair in some ways. I think, if you line up him, and just as an objective evaluation, if you place Barack and Michelle side by side, I think Barack is a better-looking man than Michelle is a woman. And I think, we all know that Barack could, pull Beyonce if he wanted to,
you can't,
right?
You just know. I don't know that. I
don't.
Do
know that.
Well, yeah. that Obama could pull Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Well, to me, I got to tell you the truth. Beyonce is not that attractive to me. She's really not.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay,
yeah,
well,
I actually, to be quite honest with you, without all of the, the sex appeal stuff, I think, Michelle Obama is just as attractive as Beyonce to me. But that's me. Joseph, thank you very much for the call. I'm serious. I've had this conversation before. I don't find Beyonce. People bring up Beyonce as like the standard. She's not pretty to me. Now, Nancy Pelosi. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, I got two more callers. I'm going to get to you because I really want to know. And there's more to this article. Who struggles with their heterosexuality? Who? Maybe that's a better question. Who struggles with heterosexuality? You're listening to 104.1 KQTH. You are listening to 104.1 KQTH. I got a question on the floor. I mean, is anyone struggle with their heterosexuality? And I know people do. Fred, welcome to 104.1 KQTH. Are you one of the ones that struggle with your heterosexuality?
Actually, it's a two-part question because I believe that, and serious, I love your show, by the way. For me, if you're attracted to a woman, you're attracted to a woman.
Right.
That's great. But if you're a guy that wants to have a family and be a provider, I think that economic portion of it is a struggle because there's a lot of responsibility there. You know,
right.
You got to be the provider. You got to pay for the home. You got to pay for the cars. You got to pay for the children. You know, I think that right there is where the struggle lies. If you're attracted to women, there's no struggle there. You know what I mean? There's no struggle at all. So that's just how I feel. I really believe that. So,
now, have you ever struggled with that?
Oh yeah, I have. But hey, I'm a supporter of Trump, so some changes are going to come along the line, and
not changes in this, but in your struggle, you say you struggle with your heterosexuality because of the responsibility that would come from a heterosexual relationship.
Yes. In that regard, yes.
So then, were you ever tempted to go in the other direction to go, consider homosexuality because it would be easier?
I have thought, hey, you know what? That would be an easy lifestyle. But see, I'm a Christian also,
right?
So I can't really go down that road. But if I wasn't a Christian and didn't have those values, then hey, I may have gone down that road. So then,
so at one point in time, you sort of were attracted to men sexually. No. Oh,
no.
It was just intellectually, in theory. You're playing this out.
In theory, yes.
All right.
In theory, yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, you know what? It's funny because this is where I think not in theory, in reality, where President, or I should say Barack Obama, was weighing those things, and the same things that you brought up as a factor, he did as well. Fred. Yeah, excellent call. Thank you very much. I've had friends who struggle with their heterosexuality. They were homosexual, or eventually went down that road. The people who struggle with their heterosexuality often have homosexual tendencies or go down that road. Now, this biographer said that 3 years after meeting Godwin, Obama wrote somewhat elusively to his first intimate girlfriend that he had thought about and considered homosexuality, but ultimately had decided that a same-sex relationship would be less challenging and demanding than developing one with the opposite sex. But there's no doubting that Godwin gave 18-year-old Barry a vastly more positive and uplifting image of homosexuality, homosexual identity, and self-confidence than he had known in Honolulu. Speaking with the Daily Caller, Jamie Weinstein of the Jamie Weinstein Show, Garo, declined to answer if Obama actually engaged in any homosexual activity. I think anyone and everyone, no matter what their role in life, deserves a certain basic degree of privacy in that context. Oh, okay. So what about all of Out magazine? I got a better question. What about Larry Sinclair? I got a better question. What about Man's World? I got a better question. What about the choir director of that church that he went to? I should have Eric Rush on the show again. I had him on a couple of years ago. I think it was when I was in Wisconsin. Wrote the book on it. Of course. In the word in Chicago at the Man's World they don't understand how Barry was able to keep all of this under wraps. It wasn't like it was a big secret. I know this conversation makes people uncomfortable. We'll move on. But all kinds of stuff are coming out now that Obama's out of office. All kinds of stuff are coming out.
I think people are just tired of hearing about him and want him to just go away.
It's not going to happen. He's back. He's back.
Is he really that influential on the party, though?
Yeah, he's the leader of the party.
That's sad. That is sad. That is a sad state of affairs.
I'm just saying. Yes, it is. It's great for us. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing stuff on Obama all the time, but this one was just too good. Are you kidding me? What? I should have saved it for Tuesday? Is that what you're telling me? I should have saved it to Tuesday.
No, I just know that there's a malaise about anything Obama. I'm just saying.
Well, come on.
You're the one that keeps calling him president.
Oh, that hurt. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH. Bill Cosby is in the news. I want you to listen to this. And I want you to open up the phone line for me, Ross, because I heard this story and I almost went ballistic. I did. Bill Cosby has won his bid to prevent prosecutors from using at his upcoming trial on charges he sexually assaulted a woman in 2004, references he made to the aphrodisiac Spanish fly in a 1991 book and television interview. Ruling against prosecutors, Montgomery County Judge Stephen T. O'Neill on Friday granted Cosby's pretrial motion to exclude all references to Spanish fly when the actor's trial gets underway on June the 5th. Cosby, 79, faces charges of aggravated indecent assault in connection with his alleged contact with Andrea Constand, a former Temple University Athletic Department employee, after plying her with blue pills and wine at his Chatham home sometime between mid-January and mid-February 2004. Now here we go. The judge did not elaborate on the ruling, but it was based on arguments he heard the prosecution and defense teams during a pretrial hearing earlier this month. During that hearing, District Attorney Kevin R. Steele and co-prosecutors M. Stewart Ryan and Kristen Fedden argued excerpts from Cosby's book and a television interview should be admissible to, quote, demonstrate motive and intent at Cosby's upcoming trial. Referring to Cosby's 1991 book Childhood, prosecutors argued the actor recounted a memory from his youth in which he and his friends seek out Spanish fly, an aphrodisiac so potent that it could have made Lena Horne surrender to Fat Albert. Hey, hey, hey! Cosby's prosecutors alleged he wrote that and he and his friends needed the aphrodisiac because females were, quote, never in the mood for us, end quote. The book excerpts, prosecutors maintained, also suggest Cosby, quote, had a willingness to and motive to push chemicals to obtain sex from the otherwise unwilling victims, end quote. Prosecutors also argued that in a 1991 interview on The Larry King Show, Cosby extolled Spanish fly as a drug that, quote, all boys from age 11 on up to death will be searching for. But defense lawyer Brian D. McMonagle and Angela C. Arguza asked the judge to keep Cosby's Spanish fly reference out of the trial. They said this is a comedy routine and not relevant. It was comedy. I don't think it's worth a great debate. That's what she argued during the April 3rd pretrial hearing. This is what the judge based his decision to strike Spanish fly, any mention of Spanish fly, of the book, the interview with Larry King, any of that stuff. It's not admissible in court. 520-751-1041. Does this remind you of something? Does this judge's actions, is it consistent with the way President Trump has been treated? 520-751-1041. How many of you out there know what I'm talking about? How many of you out there know what I am referring to? I am telling you what. Let me see here. Oh, no. I'm trying to see some comments here on the Facebook page. 520-751-1041 is the telephone number. See, I'm just wondering how many people out there are able to connect the dots. Because if you're able to connect the dots, you'll see that we are just all kinds of trouble.
Connect the dots.
Connecting the dots. 520-751-1041. We have Sue from the great state of South Carolina calling in. Welcome to 1041 KQTH.
James, I'm losing my mind.
Come on
I'm
now.
losing my mind.
Come on,
dude.
girl.
I mean, seriously? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cosby's words, they can't be used against him, right?
Right.
Because, it was just stuff in a book.
Right.
But Trump's words during a campaign rhetoric, they can be used against him.
Thank you.
Dude, what? Oh,
Thank you.
I'm losing it.
Sue,
James,
thank
I'm
you
losing
very
it.
much. I had a conniption fit this morning. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute.
What? Exactly. I went, wait, what? Oh, man.
And see, this is why I read it so slow and deliberately because, Sue.
You didn't even have to read it slow and
girl,
deliberate, dude.
See, and we're talking about a man who is a serial rapist.
I know, right? Serial rapist, but yet, okay, Trump, who's just trying to protect us all from being blown to smithereens by, nope.
They're not these judges. They're not going to make their decision based off what was written in the executive order. No, they're going to judicial psychology. We're going to tell you what you were thinking, and we're going to judge it on that.
Anybody that watches Judge Judy knows what a load of crap that is. 4 corners of the contract, 4 corners, that's it. So that's a load. I mean, oh my God. Holy cow, every day I just want to throw stuff at my TV. I can't even take it.
Girl, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I put you in the state, but that's where I was earlier today. That's exactly where I was.
I know.
And it's only shows like this that are going to point out, connect the dots with the hypocrisy, Sue.
The hypocrisy is so unreal. They know it. Come on. You know that they know it. There might be people that are dumb as crap that don't know it. But, sorry.
No. They have to know it, right? If they don't know it, then what? Okay, they're daft.
Know it, then you are not smart enough to actually vote. So, I don't know. I mean, I know they can't make a rule
and yet
on that
we have judges who know better.
But,
Okay, let me ask you, Sue. Do you think the judge who said this about Bill Cosby, was he even aware of what the judges did to Donald Trump and his executive orders?
How could you? What, do you live in America? You're not aware? Of course he's aware.
Then what are we watching here? What are we watching?
Exactly. We're watching, I don't know, did you ever watch Seinfeld, Bizarro World?
Yes.
That's what we're watching.
Corruption.
Okay? That's what I feel like I'm living in every day since
Sue,
November 8th.
I feel your pain.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I know. I feel yours every day, too. There are days when you're really upbeat. And then there's other days when I'm just like, wow, James is down. I can understand it. Oh, my God.
Sue, I love the fact you're out there listening. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sue from the great state of South Carolina. We got Dr. Tom on the line. Dr. Tom, welcome to 104.1 KQTH.
Good afternoon. How's the connection today?
It's very good, thank you.
Oh, super. Yeah, exactly. The judge described what the thoughts of during the election for the president, but this doesn't apply. So, which one of these judges do we use as the precedents for this case? Is it the Cosby or is it the presidential precedent?
Yeah. What a great question. And where's the consistency? I mean, we're all over the place. Both of these judges, or every judge from the Trump executive orders to this guy, presiding over the Cosby case, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. And something I don't even know what can be done about. Well, I know that the judges with the Trump, they should all be impeached. Congress should be doing this, but this is crazy. What kind of bizarro world are we living in?
Well, it's the mentality that, well, way back then we can't use that in the case. Well, unfortunately, the use of Spanish fly or medication to be able to conquer women is an adolescent fantasy that got lived out in his adult life.
Sure, and all the time when he's appearing on the Larry King Live and when he's writing these books, is all of that is going on. The rapes are going on. They've only concentrated on the one in Temple from 2000, early in the 2000s, but all of this time period, all these myriad of women who have come forward, all of this was happening. And I don't understand how this judge, in good conscience, can say these things, can make this ruling. Dr. Tom, thank you very much for the call. Mike, welcome to 104.1 KQTH. Mike, you are on the air.
Hey, I think the problem is that we've become a nation of seventh-grade girls. Everybody spends their time looking to be who can be offended, the earliest every day, and who's going to be the victim. And if you look around, it's all about temper tantrums anymore.
Well, no. What do you mean? Are you talking about a temper tantrum from the judges, from the left? What do you mean?
From the left, and unfortunately, we're letting the left, through their anti-fascism, or the Hillary crowd, or the let's burn down the town because I didn't get my way, crowd kind of lead this country, and it's unfortunate.
Well, thank you very much for the call, Mike. I don't know what that had to do with Trump and Cosby, but, connecting the dots. Connect the dots. He brings up the point that he does bring up, though, actually, I wanted to weigh in a little bit. I was watching Tucker Carlson last night, and I went apoplectic. Tucker Carlson had a guest on, and the guest was a person he respected. He was a liberal. And he was trying to ask him a couple of basic questions, and the guy wouldn't answer it. He was purposefully just dodging and dancing around the question. And he was trying to justify his hatred, his inexplicable just obtuseness, was because he despised Trump. Because he thinks that Trump has a problem, because he thinks that Trump is not fit to lead. Therefore, he doesn't have to follow any rules. He doesn't have to obey the law. Tucker Carlson was asking him about, I think, sanctuary cities. The sanctuary cities are clearly violating the law. So this latest judge to come along and say, Trump is violating the law. Well, wait a minute. And then the left celebrating the fact that heroic judges step in and stop it. Then you got to ask the question, well, where are these heroic judges saying, San Francisco, you're violating the law. There is no such thing as a sanctuary city. You're violating the law. And the guy wouldn't answer it. He just turned his hatred towards Trump. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this with my number one. I'm like, I can't. This is crazy. The world is not going to be able to survive. Our country is not going to survive if the left keeps on this path of resistance. Charles Krauthammer weighed in. We'll have that when we come back. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH. Erin Christensen is in studio, my friends. And she has on a new pair of heels.
Mm-hmm.
Monster heels in blue.
They are.
Fantastic.
Sort of, Day of the Deadish.
Are you, is it a day that, wait, when is Day of the Deadish? Didn't that happen already?
No. Well,
okay.
Yeah, it's like November, isn't it?
So then.
Like November 2nd or something.
Are you just sort of like wishing, October is your favorite month. You're just trying to force the issue.
I don't know. I think I can wear these shoes year round. I had to retire I have 2 pairs of Monster shoes that I basically had to retire because they both
of the green
have a lot of green on them.
So they made you kind of look like you was walking around the set barefoot when you're on TV
sort
trying
of,
to do the news.
right. Yeah.
Or even weirder, like you didn't have any feet. 'Cause it just
that would be pretty strange.
Blended right into that. Yeah.
Right. So I've made a concerted effort to try to find a pair of shoes that are similar.
Oh, look at even the heels or
but don't have any green.
You got like a flower design in the middle of the thing in there.
On the sole at the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So these are I don't like these quite as much.
Really?
But they're okay.
They're beautiful.
Blue. They're different.
Absolutely fantastic.
I try to come up with different shoes for you.
Well, I know, and I so appreciate that. And so do my Instagram fans, because that's where I moved the whole operation over to Instagram once people started accusing me of having a foot fetish, which I do not have.
Why did you moved it to Instagram?
Right.
Is that the one where the picture goes away after like 5 seconds?
No, that's Snapchat. They stay. The pictures stay. And every once in a while, I'll share them over to Facebook.
Oh, you can do that.
Yes, but
okay.
I built up a whole new audience over there, Facebook, Behind Your Shoes, and the other lovely women of Scripts.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about making a lovely women of Scripts calendar, but I thought human resources may, that may not work out. That may be a bad move. Probably not. The beautiful women of Scripts and their shoes. Calendar.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sell that baby. Yeah. And each, well, get them to approve it first. They would. Oh, you mean Scripts or the ladies?
Right. Well,
the ladies would love it.
Both.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you would go for that when you
can't just use our image without our permission.
I would get your permission. Could I have your permission?
For something like that, I don't know. That's weird. You can use my feet.
Hey, what you talking about? Wow.
With my shoes on.
No, that's not, no. See.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, that's a terrible idea because then it will become the James T. foot fetish calendar.
But see, she's feeding the beast with that commentary. She knows what she's doing. That was just.
I do know what I'm doing.
See? No, you're just no. It would be a fun thing. It'd be a fun family, a family calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Of feet photos.
No.
It's for the family.
No, just like what I do on Instagram.
Oh. I guess I'll have to follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, I think you should.
That means I have to get an Instagram account, though.
You should. Really easy. Then you got to feed the beast. I'll tell you what, you could put pictures of my moccasins on your Instagram account.
Oh. Okay.
There we go. All right. This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. 74 degrees for Saturday. The wind is not giving up. Still a fire weather watch posted. And gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Sunday, the wind will weaken. Our temperatures will warm. We'll be at 82. And Arizona Snow Bowl has had such an amazing season that you can ski there all the way through Cinco de Mayo. How about that?
I tell you what, my son is absolutely loving that.
I bet he is.
The lovely Erin Christensen can be seen at 601 on KQ9 on your side. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH.